Welcome to the channel. I'm Scott, and today we're going to talk about why I picked this 2001 Mercedes E320 wagon to be my daily driver. A little over a month ago, I was driving my 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee to the airport and I got rear-ended. It was a pretty bad accident that basically totaled my car and the car that hit me. So it was time to find a new car. When looking for a car, I had a few criteria I had to hit. First, I'm in Colorado, so winters, they're a little snowy. So I needed all-wheel drive to get through the snow in the winter. Second, I need a wagon or a sport utility. I need that big hatch so I can load lots of gear in it. Third, the car had to be cheap. And fourth, I wanted something with a bit of a cool factor. So I searched the internet looking for the right car for me, and I didn't find it. But a buddy of mine, John Dunn, sent me an ad for this 2001 Mercedes wagon, and it appeared to check all the boxes. So let's go over what makes this car cool. This is a W210 chassis car. Now, this chassis number ran from 96 to 2003. Under this hood, it lives a 3.2 liter V6. One cool thing though is, from the top it's a little hard to see the latch you pull out. Pull up on the hood a little, and it pops out at you. Under the hood is a 220 horsepower, 6 made into a 5-speed transmission. It's undetailed, and when I buy a car, this is something I really like to see, as I can see any oil leaks or anything else going on with the motor. What really lets this car down is the rust. The car's originally from Chicago, and it shows it. For being an 18-year-old car, the interior is super clean. There's a couple minor tears, little stuff that's wrong with it, but really it's in great shape. Most of the leather looks fantastic. I've got lots of leather, lots of wood, everything I really need. Even the power seats, the power windows, the tilt steering, those work fantastic. This car, it was incredibly well equipped for 2001 and really holds up today. The main addition is the new stereo, which at least gives me Bluetooth and other connectivity that just wasn't available in 2001. The rear seats fold down nice and flat, making it easy to haul lots of stuff. Oh, and did I mention it's got a third row? Now, this setup may remind you of your grandma's station wagon, but for every kid I show this setup to, they want to ride in the back. One of the allures to this car, for me, is it's going to be a fantastic camera car. I'm going to be able to have a car follow me. I'll keep my hatch up, buckle in, and I'll be able to go down the road and film. So let's take a ride and let's see what this car's like 18 years on from when it was new. So first thing is this key here. It's not a real key, it's electronic. You push it in, basically you just tap it and it starts. So I bought this car knowing that it was going to need a little bit of work. When I bought it, it needed O2 sensors to get it to pass emissions, and I also ended up having to replace a fuel line. Now I ended up, instead of going with the metal fuel line that came on it, just running a piece of high pressure fuel line to fix the fuel line. It was just really easy. It got me up going that day. And looking at the way that metal fuel line was put on there, I don't think I was going to be able to get this car up and running with the original fuel line, because it was stuffed up under the differential and it was going to be a hell of a job to put it back together. And really that's all I've had to do. Two O2 sensors and a fuel line. The car drives amazingly. The suspension seems perfect. If you look at the back, maybe there's a little bit of a sag, so maybe springs or shocks, but there's nothing bad. Driving, there's not a lot of shock, not a lot of shake, nothing really here to go crazy about. So it makes for a really, really nice ride. The 3.2 liter, 220 horsepower 6 has plenty of power. It's not gonna win you any straight races, but it more than does the job. The car has plenty of power, and then when it shifts into the next gear, it's a nice, smooth, easy shift. I absolutely love the way this car shifts. As far as bells and whistles goes, this thing has everything I need. It's not totally modern, but the stereo is upgraded from the original to an Alpine unit. It does Bluetooth. I'm able to plug my phone directly into it, so I can play the phone through the speaker, and I can also charge my phone while I'm playing. That's a really nice bonus to me. One cable to run all that. As far as heating, air conditioning goes, it's a nice automated system. I can set the temperature where I want it. I can blow it. I can still run it manually. It's easy to use. It's got everything I need. We've got heated seats on both sides. Heated seats seem to work. Lock controls are up here, which was a little surprising to me early on, and everything seems to work. So lock controls on the dash. We've got a tow setting, which is interesting. We've got traction control on and off. We got our window switches. We've got a winter and sport mode in here. It's just a really nice running car. I've got a sunroof. Really, I'm just using this to kind of light me up better for the filming, but as you can see, I can see out of it, and it'll open and close. The only thing I found on this car that doesn't work is the powered headrest. I'm running it right now, nothing. What you gonna do? But yeah, the air conditioning blows nice and cold. The heat does its thing perfectly. It's such a nice car. And I haven't told you guys what I paid for this. All of this is $1,900. The car goes down the road smoothly. It's really cool. It's got all-wheel drive. It'll go through the snow for me. It's gonna be a good camera car. It does everything I need for a really low price. So, and that's what makes a car like this, right? Yeah, there's a lot wrong with it. The body is rusty, it's old, but you know what? It's super cheap. Insurance is cheap, dirt cheap to run this thing. Fuel economy, I haven't checked it, but it should be 20, 25 to the gallon. So it's gonna be fine, nothing special, but the car runs fantastic. I'm a big fan of running old Mercedes. A car like this you can buy for kind of like the price of a Honda or a Toyota or something like that, but it's so nice. And one thing I learned is the Mercedes, they seem to cost a little more new, so the people are usually a little more financially able to take care of these cars early on. So when they get old, a lot of times they're better off than a lot of newer cars. But as you can see, going down the highway, it's nice and smooth. We're going 55 miles an hour, 2,200 RPMs. It's nice and quiet in here. A little bit of road noise, but nothing major. Really, this thing just does everything I want it to do. But yeah, other than some O2 sensors and a gas line, that's all I've had to do to this car. And it is just such a nice driver. It's got 189,000 miles on it, but E320 wagons like this are well known for going over 300,000 miles, and I have no reason to believe that this car won't make it. Honestly, if it wasn't for the rust, this car would probably be closer to a $4,000 car. It's a really nice car at a decent price for what you get. So there we go, 1,900 bucks for a used Mercedes wagon. With any luck, I'll get another 100,000 miles out of it. It is super smooth and nice to drive. I've got plenty of power. I can haul stuff. It's gonna work as a camera car for the channel. And it's got all-wheel drive for the snowy days. I've got all the amenities I need. Lots of leather, lots of wood. What else can you ask for? I mean, I could have bought a Civic, but man, why when you have something like this? Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.